Today, I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my poor horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye. Bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when it's too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what mischief I can play on my friend Tevye.
You're finally here, my brethren.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith's for the Sabbath.
Well, hurry up. The sun won't wait for you.
As the good
I
book,
have something to say to you.
as the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the disease already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So would it have been so terrible if I were to have a small fortune? If I were a rich man, dibby-dibby-diddle-di, all day long and bitty-bitty-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work out. Dibby-diddle-dibby-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich digger-diddle-diddle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the center of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I fill my yard with ducks and turkeys and geese and chicks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud buck of a would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, all day long and bitty-bitty-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work out. If I were a bitty-bitty rich diddle-diddle-digger man, I see my wife, my Golde, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. What a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the Wise. Pardon me, Reb Tevye, if you please, Reb Tevye, posing questions that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Boy, and it won't make one bit of difference difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray. Maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy book with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, all day long, and bitty bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I would. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
Got my orders to the salmon.
Reb Mordcha, I had a little accident with my horse.
Tevye, you forgot the rabbi's order.
I know, Reb Mendel.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
This is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What did you say?
In the village called Ramchenka, all the Jews were forced to leave, evicted from their homes. For what reason? It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted the land. Maybe a plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague.
Amen.
Amen. Why don't you ever bring us any good news? I only read it. It was an edict from the authorities.
Well, may the authorities start itching in places they can't reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does cursing do? All you do is stand around and curse and chatter. You'll chatter your way to the grave.
Excuse me, but you're not from this village.
No.
And where are you from?
Yeah, I was a student in university there.
The university? Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That's where I learned that there's more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the world.
Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He is right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it will land in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's going on in the outside world.
He's right.
Wait a second though. He's right, and he's right. How can they both be right?
You know, you are also right.
He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath, Tevye. Tevye, the rabbi's order, buy cheese?
Of course. So you're from Kiev, Reb.
Perchik.
Perchik. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of tongue and slow of speech.
That was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese!
Of course. Here. Us.
I have no money, and I'm no beggar.
It is a blessing for you. Take.
Well, thank you. For your sake.
Thank you. No, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it's the rich who are the criminals. Someday they'll both be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you.
Like me.
And until your golden day comes, Red Perchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5.
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I'd be willing to teach them, open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
I am a very poor man. Food for lessons? Good. Come, stay the Sabbath with us. Of course, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, if a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the good book say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that. But somewhere in there it has something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.